Welcome! I hope this brief presentation is a useful tool to getting your students enrolled in an easy and stress-free manner. The focus of this presentation is on the enrollment process. If you have questions about the application process, please contact the Advanced Scholars Office or visit our online application process page at advanced-scholars.unl.edu/prospective-student/application-process. Once a student has submitted all application materials, which include the visiting student application and a $45 application fee, the tuition and grades signature form, and the high school approval form, their application is then processed by the UNL admissions office. Upon acceptance, students will receive an NUID number and a temporary TrueU password from UNL. A course registration key and instructions on how to register will be emailed from the Advanced Scholars Program. Students should look at the course offerings to make sure that they have the prerequisite coursework and technology experience required by the course of their choice. Once a student is admitted to UNL and to the Advanced Scholars Program, students are ready to enroll or register in the course of their choice. Before students register, students will need to create their password. They do this following the link provided in that second email received from UNL. This link takes them to TrueU, a system that helps students maintain a single password and NUID across many systems in the state of Nebraska. Participating institutions include UNL, UNK, UNO, UNMC, Chadron State College, Peru State College, and Wayne State College. If the student is an applicant to one or more of the institutions above, the NUID and password for each campus will be the same. Once a student has their NUID and their password, they're now ready to enroll online. They do this at myred.unl.edu. From myred, students can enroll, they can find their username to access their courses, view their student bill, and their final grades. In addition to their NUID and password, students will need the Advanced Scholars course registration key. The course registration key is emailed directly to the student from the Advanced Scholars Program. The key provides step-by-step instructions on how to enroll for Advanced Scholars courses and lists class numbers needed to enroll. The high school contact is also emailed the course registration key. On the myred homepage, students will enter their NUID and TrueU password and click Sign In. Students logging into the myred system for the first time may have to wait one day to allow for the system to upload all of their information and to activate their registration information. If a student has forgotten or misplaced their NUID or their password, they may click on the links offering sign-on help to have them emailed directly to the email account on file with the university. Once within myred, students will go to their self-service area. In their self-service area, under Enrollment, click on 6 More and look for Enrollment Add Classes. Enter the class number in the box which reads Add to Cart, enter class number. If a student attempts to search for the courses, they will not be able to find the Advanced Scholars courses. All Advanced Scholars courses are suppressed from view and do not display when searched. This is an example of the course registration key that will be emailed to students and to the high school contact. Students now need to submit their course shopping cart to the enrollment process. Adding a class to the shopping cart does not reserve their spot in the class. To begin the actual registration process, students will need to click on the Proceed to Step 2 of 3 button located beneath the shopping cart. This will take them to the registration confirmation page. Students will now click on the Finish Enrolling button to submit their shopping cart to the system for processing. Once the process is complete, the system will confirm whether they were successful in registering for the courses in their shopping cart. Once a student is enrolled, they now need to get their username for my.unl, which is also known as Blackboard. MyUNL or Blackboard is the system students will use to access their course. While still in myred, the student clicks on UNL Other Services. This box will appear. The students should select my.unl Blackboard username. This username is their login for myUNL or Blackboard, the system that houses their actual classes. This is the my.unl or Blackboard login page. It is important to note that my.unl or Blackboard and myRed are not linked. This means that when a student enrolls in myRed, there is another behind-the-scenes process that must take place before the course will show in Blackboard. If students enrolled at least 2 days before class begins, they can typically view their class on the first day of classes. If they enrolled late, their courses will appear in Blackboard late. A few things students might want to keep in mind when taking Advanced Scholars courses. Students can view their bill in myRed. Bills are generated during the first week of class and are based on a student's enrollment in myRed, not whether they have accessed their course in myUNL or Blackboard. As college-level classes, the grades of Advanced Scholars courses will be included on an official college transcript and may become part of the student's college GPA. A failing grade may negatively affect a student's eligibility for scholarships, for financial aid, or even acceptance into certain colleges and universities. Registering for a course assumes proper preparation for the course and commits students to an academic obligation of satisfactorily meeting course requirements. Some instructors are great about posting grades immediately after assignments. Others take a little bit longer. If a student has questions about their grade as the semester progresses, please contact the instructor of the course for that information. If a student is struggling, please make sure the instructor is aware and make note of the drop or withdrawal deadlines. The Advanced Scholars program will provide high school contacts with mid-semester progress reports, and if students are struggling, we'll work with the high school and the course instructor to recommend steps for that student. Those are the steps to getting a student enrolled in an Advanced Scholars course. It's that simple. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact the Advanced Scholars program. We appreciate your time and good luck as you begin your course.